Turkey, 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 turkey time. If there were a Super Bowl of culinary, it would be Thanksgiving. And I love the majesty of a whole bird. So year after year, we always do our favorite turkey recipe. This year, I want to introduce you to the Blackened Butter Spatchcock Turkey. Let's get into the action. So charcoal 101. Let's take a look here right now. We're starting to ember up. See this white ash? That's what we're looking for in our general pile. If we were to put our deflector shields in right now and our smoking wood right now, we'd have a lesser product. I want to see more ash, more ember, and more of this charcoal activated before we put our deflector shields in, and certainly before we put our smoking wood in. At this point in time, we're getting a good heat signature, but we're not ready to cook. All right, so we've got our draft door completely open. We've got our dome completely open, and we're just starting the fire. Again, now is not the time to put the deflector shields in. We need to give it about 10 more minutes and then roll this charcoal so we can get more of that charcoal from black to ember and activated. Now that our coals are activated and engaged, let's use that ash tool to kind of mix things up a little bit. All right, now we want to put, I'm using sugar maple today, we want to put those pieces, those chunks, not soaked, thank you very much, right in the hottest portion. As soon as they combust, now we're ready to insert those deflector shields. We've got our butter here melted. I got 2 sticks of unsalted butter. We're going to put in some Lane's Barbecue blackening season to make our blackened butter injection.
Simple.
Yeah, very simple, very delicious, lethal in the kitchen on the grill. One of my favorite side dishes is actually going to work as our kind of roasting rack today. We're going to do a rustic root roast of turnips, carrots, celery, and onions. Let's season it up with a little salt and pepper. Got rosemary and garlic in there as well. Our spatchcock bird is going to sit on top of that. So those, not only are those vegetables keeping it from the bottom heat, but they're also roasting, taking on that turkey flavor. Absolutely delicious.
It's a big bird.
It's a big bird. This is a 16-pounder. You want to take out the innards, okay, so the neck and such. Don't get rid of that. Like, let's nestle that in our root roast, because there's going to be so much liquid in here in the end. It's kind of going to stock itself out, and then we'll save these other pieces that are in there. The spatchcock method itself, okay, so we're going to stand that big bird up away from ourselves.
It's a big bird.
It's a big bird. You would hate to run across this bird in a dark alley, you know. It's more fibrous than a chicken, so if you're more comfortable using kitchen shears, do so. I've got this Asian utility. It's kind of like a cleaver, and I'm just going to slide it right in here and then go down the rib cage. What I'm doing essentially is tracing the left side, then the right side of the spine, not cutting through it, and taking out that back portion. So here we go, straight down the back, and once we're through, we're going to kind of open it up, and we're going to break that keel bone right there. Good, so it popped here and it popped there. And this is the idea. We're gonna take out this air gap. All right, so now we're gonna chop off this secondary piece. And then I find that if you wanna break that hip bone out, it's helpful just to do it with your hands right here.
Wow.
So much fabrication can be done with your hands if you're strong enough. It's super cool. So look at that, boom, we're done. Now that's a great bit. There's some meat on there, there's some pieces and parts. We're gonna nestle that in right there as well. Big, bold, beautiful flavors, okay? So here we have a spatchcock bird. I want it to sit a little more flat though, so I'm gonna take that utility and I'm gonna pop it right in the keel bone, right there, boop, and maybe on the other side, boop, and watch this, listen.
It's a big bird.
It's a big bird. That's what I want. More flat, okay? So by taking out that big air gap that people put stuffing with and all that jazz, we've really cut down on the cooking time. Also, alleviating the dry meat, right? Because the legs and thighs need to come to 170, but the breasts need to come to 160 and carry over. 2 different temperatures on this bird. By spatchcocking it, we've increased the, or decreased the cooking time, and we've also made it such that it's going to cook the dark meat and the white meat at the same rate, even though they need to be at 2 different temperatures. Seasoning super simple, just a little bit of salt. Don't be shy.
A little bit, a lot of it.
A little bit of it. A chef, a little bit. And then some blackening seasoning, okay? And really, don't forget to get in there on these bottom sides, because there's a lot of flavor that's going to happen there as it roasts.
The nooks and crannies.
The nooks and crannies. Oh my goodness, don't put that in there. We need to, yeah. There's all the things, okay?
It's like hide and seek.
Yeah. All right, kind of pat on there. Now we're going to flip and we're going to start our injection.
I've never actually done an injection.
I enjoy it. I don't have the real estate or the time really to have a big jug for brining. I mean, brining is great. I've had amazing brine birds, but I find that injectors do a great job, especially when we're putting a fat content in there like butter, so blackened butter. It's like the mad scientist portion of the things. So we're gonna come right in here and just kind of inject
under the skin,
into the meat in several different spots. And you can see it kind of plumping up. That's what we like. So by injecting this bird, not only putting moisture content in there, but the blackened flavor, the butter is a vehicle to transport all that big, bold, beautiful flavor. And turkey, being such a neutral meat, takes on these additional flavors so nicely. And now we've got all these beautiful bits here on the bottom. Let me use that right on top.
Oh, wow.
Stop it. You know what we could do too if we wanted to make less of a mess? We've got this gorgeous roasting rack of root roast. Let's get a little salt on this beauty. You go right on top. Now we're cooking.
She's a big bird.
She's a big bird. So we've got a good butter blackened base there. I want to pull these wings back just to hold shape, cook more even. And since we've got that nice butter on the
Party foul.
Now it's Thanksgiving. Thanks a lot. That's why we came outside, to avoid those moments of bliss. So we're going to take the rest of our blackening season and just sprinkle a dry bit on top. Fantastic. Yeah. I don't like the way these legs and thighs are sitting either. So it's very amateur hour. I want to pull them. Now that I got my gloves off, I really want to get my hands in there. There we go. And make some space. Now it's going to cook more even. Things are separated a bit there. See that? I like that. Come on, you.
He's not cooperating.
Don't embarrass me in front of my friends. All right, there we go. That is a gorgeous bird. Again, a little bit more, a little bit more. And notice how a full tray fits perfectly on the Big Joe. And since we are here, you know, and I have a bit of this blackening, I really want to go hard on it. You know, I mean, there's a lot.
Oh, wow, you weren't kidding.
Yeah, I want this bird. If you say blackened, it's got to look blackened. It's got to look the part. You know, we're not searing this bird. We could reverse sear it, but I'm not messing with that. So we're really going to count on the heat, the residual heat of the dome to give us that nice crust. And in order to do that, we just need to give it a little help. That's gorgeous. All right, lid down. Let's let the grill do the rest of the work. We lost track of time a little bit. It's been just over an hour and a half. Let's take a look. Stunning. I love how that bark built up. Check out the bubbles that are happening here with the mirepoix. So they're just kind of poaching in that butter and turkey juice. I mean, I'm telling you, the turkey's amazing, but the vegetables are pretty special. Let's go ahead and take the bird off. Let this baby rest.
Yeah, I don't like that part.
I don't like that part either, but it's important. Spatchcock bird, vegetables look fabulous. That liquid in the bottom, we could pour that into a pan if we want to and put it on the stove and reduce it and then use that as a gravy. Lights out good. So a lot of cool things we could do here, but the most important thing, let it rest. Internal temperatures hit at the same time. That breast was 160, carryover cooking brought it to that 165. Legs and thighs hit that 170, 175 mark. Light or dark meat?
For me?
Yeah.
Dark meat.
Dark
always.
meat. All right, so we're gonna start right here. I'm gonna slice this such that I can leave skin on the breast meat and have a look at that. Turkey crackling? Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's just juice.
Whoa.
Whoa. And it's just gonna pull right up. Oh my gosh. That's
Yes,
naughty.
please.
That is naughty. And then if we do it just right, I think that joint's right there. Oh, I missed it.
Just right. And just right. Found it.
I didn't.
Found it.
Dude. That is magnificent. Maybe do a little carrot on that bite. Maybe do a little whoop. The onions are just falling apart there. Notice how I cut them kind of large so that they would not just kind of disappear. They still got a little bite to them. That little bite is everything I want. A little bit of the skin, a little dark meat. Dude, turkey's the sleeper, right? Like you do not have to wait. Texas knows you don't have to wait till Thanksgiving to rock these birds out. And I say it every year. And That's absolutely fabulous. So the blackened butter turkey with rustic root roast is a hit. It's a win. You know, we'll do this throughout the year, but go ahead if you're interested in some other turkey videos. Take a look back at our catalog on the YouTube channel here. We got plenty of rotisserie birds. A Nashville. Did we do a Nashville hot turkey one year?
I think we did.
Yes, there's a lot of fun stuff out there. But you know, be good to each other. Enjoy the company, and do a whole bird spatchcock. It's just so much fun, and it takes the time out, and just fabulous. It's sportifies turkey in my mind. If you like this video as much as we like cooking this turkey for you, do all the things: like, share, subscribe, and do please leave us a comment. And as always, from our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.